Okay, good. Oh, super cool. Yep, greetings everyone and welcome to, I guess, a special birthday Let's Play. I don't even have to say it's a first impression video. It is that, but you know, I intend to kind of go on and play this and hopefully can be done, you know, in one sitting. It is May 14, 2026. My birthday is May 17, but I want to give a special shout out to my very good friend GrumpyScamp. He is the one who gifted me this game yesterday, and you know, I'm very thankful for that. So, you know, I greatly appreciate it, Scamp. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be sure to return the favor on July 4. Okay, and I think you guys can guess it's more than just the 4th of July, so it's like a double special thing. Okay, and yeah, okay, so and I also want to give a special thank you also to everyone, you know, who wished me happy birthday, all of that, you know, in different, you know, like whether it's maybe Facebook or WhatsApp and things like that. On the Discord group, which, by the way, in the Discord group on the Adventurers Guild, I kind of changed it up a little, something with that. So the way it was before, it had it was always being spammed with, you know, a lot of the ambiance, the role-playing ambiance stuff. And thanks to Kebab, which is I don't know how to Nar, N-A-U-R, Nar. He hails from Australia. He kind of recommended, he's kind of, I have to thank him. There's 2 or 3 things he already, you know, recommended to change up the channel a little bit, to improve upon it, make it better. I feel like maybe he has a bit more experience with this than I do, because I think he mentioned that he had a server, you know, something like that, unless I misunderstood. But he recommended maybe, you know, to move all that ambiance role-playing stuff to a different channel. So it is now moved to something called Role-Playing Ambiance, which, you know, is the new channel I created for that. So it won't be spamming, you know, on the regular general channel. The only thing that will pop up, I think, it's like every week, it will be the Welcome to the Adventurers Guild, and it gives a little Bard's Tale poem. So, you know, there's going to be that. Okay, so, but if I feel like it's doing it too much, I will also move that to the role-playing ambiance. So with that role-playing ambiance, you can go over there and hang out just to do nothing really, just to sit there and, you know, read the past messages that, you know, have come up with the different descriptions, things like that. And there's tavern descriptions as well, which I think is cool. So, you know, just really for nothing, just to pretend in your own mind, you know, what you like, you know, something like that. Okay, so the Oregon Trail, you know, I played this quite a few times on my channel, the original Apple version of this, and this is the remake, and it's something I've wanted to get for quite some time, and I was like saving up and, you know, to get it, and now my dear friend GrumpyScamp has gifted it to me. So thank you for that. I'm going to try this out. Choose your adventure. Please select which game to load. Oh, so right, I had to go into this because I was adjusting the volume. I think the volume is good. Delete that. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, delete that. You will lose. Yeah, I know that. Okay, so now I'm going to start a new game. In creating this new game in the beloved the Oregon Trail series, we were determined to better depict Native American perspectives. For indigenous peoples, westward expansion was not an adventure but an invasion. Oh, this is a thing that people didn't like. Recognizing this complex history, we have collaborated with Native American scholars to bring a new level of respectful representation to the game. For the first time, the game features Native American playable characters and stories, so, you know, American Indians, really, right? You should be proud of who you are, you know. And if you're an Indian, American Indian, that's great. And to me, you know, Dances with Wolves, Geronimo, I think those are all like badass people, you know. Um, what was that movie? Oh, The Lone Ranger, right? And I think Johnny Depp played an American Indian in that. Yeah, quite badass, you know, with the hatchets and shit like that. What was that? Last of the Mohicans, right? Yeah, Magua, played by Wes Studi, right? And I think his name was Hawkeye. You know, it was Daniel Day-Lewis who played that part. You know, a white man adopted by the American Indians. You know, you can say a Native American, but Native Indians is same thing. I believe Anthrax, the game, or not the game, but the heavy metal band Anthrax. I forgot his name now, but the lead singer is American Indian, maybe even the whole band. As a matter of fact, they have a song called Indians. You know, die for the Indians, cry for the Indians. Dun, 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 dun. We all see black and white when it comes to someone else's fight. No one ever lives and falls. Cry for the Indians, die for the Indians, cry for the Indians, cry. You know, I really like Anthrax. It's good band from back in the day, celebrating the history and cultures of the peoples who first lived on this land and still live here today. Okay, yeah, I feel like this was not really necessary. And what did they mean by we were determined to better depict Native American perspectives? But if they were attacking wagons, you can't change history. You know, let things happen the way they happened. You're not gonna change histories and say, "Oh, American Indians never," you know, rode off and attacked wagons. I'm sure everybody attacked everyone. Let's also take a look at the missing. Look what they've done. You know, taking Evan Rachel Wood, and you had Tommy Lee Jones, who was he kind of. Well, in the words of Kate Blanchett, right, who was the daughter of Tommy Lee, played the daughter of Tommy Lee Jones's character in that film, said, "Yeah, my father, you know, he's dead to me. He went Indian. You know, took the Indian route. But oh boy, you know, and they were up against the Bruja, I think it was called, right, the Bruja. But anyways, so you can't change history, you know, just." Whatever happened, and it's okay. You know, you have good ones, you have bad ones. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Learn the ropes before you assemble your party and hit the trail. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Because, you know, I'm still new to this remake. The year is 1849, and a trio of immigrants has become stranded on their way to independence, the very beginning of the Oregon Trail. Our wagon is stuck. We're low on supplies, and I think my leg is broken. If we don't get help soon, we're done for. Stranger. Well, if it isn't a party of stranded greenhorns. My name is Moses Harris. Pleasure to be of assistance. Now, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Looks like we've got some injuries. Who's in worse shape? Who should Moses Harris examine? Well, the one with the broken leg, I would think. Can I click on these people to... Well, David is the one that has the broken leg, right? I'm a farmer. I'm usually good at tending crops and animals, but my leg is broken. Should David be treated with medicine? Well, let's reconsider. Okay, let's see what's wrong with Julia then. See, I'm glad that it didn't just select it right away. I'm a carpenter. I'm usually good at repairing wagons, but my arm is broken. Should Julia be treated with medicine? Well, okay. I suppose it would be helpful, you know, if the wagon does break down. And, you know, I'm kind of, I guess I could say like old school, but I like using a different word for that. Like, I'm very, you could almost say almost like an Oliver Reed, but not as extreme as him. He believes, you know, all women belong in the kitchen, men go out and do the work, and then the man comes home, you know, and, you know, fulfills the woman, and the woman, you know, that kind of thing. To me, I think that's a little bit harsh and a little bit too much and too old school. I'm somewhere in between, but I do lean towards more of the, you know, classic, you know, treat a girl right and all of those things, hold the door open for her, just to be kind. So treat Julia with the medicine. We will tend to the woman first. Medicine can be used to restore health and help recover from illness or injuries. You're looking better already, Greenhorn. Okay. So when I say like old school kind of, you know, kind of mentality, I'm meaning more toward being kind and considerate to the woman. However, you know, it's good that, you know, they can go out there, get work, do all those kind of things. What's the other word for it? You know, wear pants and not just have to wear skirts, you know, things like that, you know. So, as I said, I'm not nearly as too, you know, primitive as Oliver Reed's thoughts, but you know, I still adhere to the old ways, but mixed in with the new, that kind of thing. I don't know what other way to put it. You'd better get that wagon moving again. Yeah. Well, what are you all waiting for? It isn't going to fix itself, you know. Okay. Uh-huh. It's an improvement, but you really should take better care of your wagon in the future. Where are you going anyway? To Independence, to Oregon? I don't know. To Independence. Yes, Independence, the beginning of the famous Oregon Trail. It's not far from here, and I'm heading that way myself. What do you say you join me? Yes, sure. Harris joins the party. That's great. Something smells good. I really like this. Things are looking up. The pleasant scent of frying garlic and onion reaches the party long before the light of the cooking fires. Well, I'll be, if it isn't Moses Harris, still saving travelers on the trail, I see. You look to be in bad way. I'd be willing to sell you some supplies if you're interested. It's a good deal. Just 30. So, you know, instead of starting off in a town and buying your supplies, everything just kind of happens on the road. So that's kind of a cool, you know, take and change. Go ahead, greenhorns. Saving money is only useful if you live to spend it. In exchange for their money, the woman hands over some toolboxes, clothes, coffee, and a harmonica. I should teach you how to use those supplies. Let's try repairing your wagon first. Toolboxes can be used to repair wagon damage. Open the inventory to access your supplies and use items. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here are the tools. Okay, so now what? Do I save the game here? How do I save? Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. This is... right. Mm-hmm. Nah, it's coming back to me now. What am I thinking? In the first original Apple Oregon Trail, you start off in Independence, right? So here we're getting to Independence, and okay, I see now. So this is very cool, and then from here I'm going to go to Oregon Trail. I just wasn't thinking. Much better. Now, is there anything else you want to learn about? Clothes. Dressing in clean clothes is the best way to combat poor hygiene and protect yourself from disease. Okay, what is that? Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh. Yeah, broken leg. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, I want to learn more things. How do I do it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay, okay. I have to use the clothes. Sturdy woolen clothing that can be worn by anyone. Yeah, yeah. Okay, coffee. There's nothing better than coffee when you're low on stamina. Remember, if you push yourself too hard, you can become exhausted. Okay. Okay, Alfred is really... yeah. Harmonicas. A harmonica is a good way to stave off low morale. You don't want to lose all hope and become forlorn. Right. Okay, so I like that. There's much more, you know, RP, which is, you know, role-playing elements, which I like. You look to be in much better shape now. Glad I could help. You're welcome to stay a while if you'd like to rest. The woman invites the group to join them for a meal. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. The party, accompanied by the other travelers, share a delicious meal and tale of adventure. The food fills the party with vitality and fortifies them for the journey ahead. I once fought a beaver for a fish. As the night draws on, the other party retires for the evening, and Harris explains how to survive on the trail. We best set out at first light. I know some spots nearby that are perfect for hunting. Harris shows the greenhorns his map, and together they plan a route for the day ahead. Yeah, this is great. Hunting ground, an area well known for its coyote population, a perfect opportunity to hunt for food and bullets, or requires bullets, yeah. With a plan in place, the party settles in for the night. So I think after this prologue, I have to cook. So, you know, the part 2 will be, you know, picking up from Independence. Again, I must thank you, GrumpyScamp, for this very, very kindly and generous gift. Thank you so much. Look up ahead. They're cute. Oh, okay. Not all wildlife is for hunting. An experienced traveler can recognize all the different animals on the trail. Yeah. those like skunks. Tap animals to record them in your journal and earn XP. You can also enable automatically collect animals in the accessibility settings. Okay. Now, we really should be riding in the wagon. The party comes across an abandoned wagon accompanied by a lonely ox and surrounded by scattered supplies. Looks like something bad happened here. You should take what you need to survive, or else you might meet the same fate. Yeah, very good. You could probably take one of the wheels if you're confident in your carpentry skills. Better to have spare parts in case of accidents. Who should attempt to retrieve a spare wagon wheel? Well, isn't Julia the carpenter? So she knows. Julia's skill as a carpenter helps her retrieve the spare wagon wheel without any difficulty. Very good. How you choose to deal with them is up to you, but remember that your actions have consequences. There are animal tracks on the trail ahead. Stay close and stay quiet. So yeah, so I do wonder what the hunting is like in here. And just the whole, talking with people and the trading. The trading was quite cool in the original one on the Apple. But when talking with people, I was hoping there would be a bit more benefit besides just learning history. I understand it was a learning program, but hunting requires someone who's good at shooting and has plenty of stamina. So make sure you send the right person who will hunt. Well, Alfred, right, and David has the broken leg, so yeah, Alfred. Take this old hunting coat and get dressed. Here, I'll even let you borrow my rifle and some ammunition. Here's Hence Alfred some bullets. Bullets are required too, of course. It's a little worn out, but you look great. Brings back some fond memories. Remember, you can only carry as much meat as your stamina allows, so hunt only what you need. Right, I think you can not pick up more than 200 in the, or 200 pounds in the original Oregon Trail. So it's kind of cool that it's maybe not going to be a static amount. We will see. So maybe I can get my stamina up. Somehow it seems to be maybe some light role-playing mechanics involved. Okay, WASD, spacebar to shoot. So very similar to original Oregon Trail. Oh, that is so great. Oh, shit. Oh, hey. Oh, fuck. I would have loved to have gotten that buffalo. Good. Okay, so that's cool. After a successful hunt, Alfred carries 60 pounds of meat back to storage. After a hunt, it's always worth taking the time to skin your game properly. Lots of folk pay top dollar for pelts. The fur trade is a big industry. Take it from me. Yeah, there was also a basic computer game back in the day on my Apple where basic computing is, the language of the old computers called BASIC, and you can actually type out the game using the basic language, BASIC, which stands for something which I can't recall. and the game is called Fur Trader, and you trade with, you know, the different people. So that was actually a fun game. I actually typed that out, and my brother retyped it for you know, PC. So I have it on the some kind of basic program for the computer. I can't recall what it is, but what it was called. But I should play it again. It's quite cool. Pelts can be sold for money or used to protect your wagon when crossing rivers. Yeah, so it's utilizing, you know, the gear to do these certain things that you were able to do in the original one. I really like that. You've got plenty of meat, so now is a good time to increase your rations. The size of your party's rations can be changed at any time using the map. Filling, meager. Yeah, we'll go with filling. That's fine. And steady, or yeah, we're going to go with grueling instead of 2 days or steady. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Travel a little bit faster. I feel sick. Harris has cholera. I think I've come down with some kind of illness. I heard there's been an outbreak of cholera recently. I gave you my last bottle of medicine, but I still have herbal remedy that I made from local plants. Medicine and herbal remedies can be used on the party screen to recover health and treat illnesses or injuries. Treat with remedy. Intestinal disease with the following effects: reduces morale, reduces all personality, occasionally reduces health, contagious. Yeah, we are absolutely going to have to treat that. Really ought to see a doctor. We should hurry to independence as soon as possible. Illness and injuries can be cured by visiting a physician at major settlements. Yep. Okay, super cool. Yeah, they really should be riding in the wagon, but okay. Can I stop here, or okay, we're getting there. Independence. It's really great. Okay. Very good. Here it is, Independence. This is where the Oregon Trail really begins. You can stock up on supplies at Matt's General Store and draft your own party of adventurers at the saloon. And this is where, you know, we're out of the prologue. Okay, and this is where we're going to end the episode. You've learned a lot since I first met you. Keep your chins up. Think of the promising future that awaits you. When you reach Oregon, I'll see you around the Greenhorns. Harris bids the party farewell and disappears into the crowd. Thank you, Mr. Harris. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. And Matt's General Store, by the way, that is the same store in the original Apple version. Oh, how great. Congratulations, your party made it to Independence, the very beginning of the Oregon Trail. Many more immigrants like them will brave the trail in the years to come, dreaming of a new life in the Willamette Valley. But how many will succeed? Okay, it's great. So far I haven't really noticed anything really edited, or if there is something, it obviously did not bother me, other than the use of, you know, them saying, Native Americans, which is, you know, the same thing as Native Indians, or American Indian, yeah, I should say. Native Americans are American Indians, the same thing. There's no harm in that in either way, you know. So very cool so far. Okay, continue. Guidebook unlocked, and will adjust autosave. Start playing. Oh shit. Okay, so that's like something else. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. Again, huge thank you, GrumpyScamp. I'm going to leave his link to his channel down below. And this is such a wonderful birthday present, so thank you. Please head on over to his channel, check out his Let's Plays. He doesn't really make anything right now, but he has such wonderful content already. A lot of Daggerfall stuff, really, mostly primarily either Daggerfall or some kind of historical, like 18th century kind of a war, you know, like World War I, you know, that type of era kind of games, which is a lot of, you know, strategy games like that. That's some of his most favorite things, you know, to play, and he has a deep interest in those things as well. So it's very cool, and when you check him out, leave a comment, tell him that Falagar of Let Us Play sent you. Thank you so much, okay? So, and thank you again, GrumpyScamp.